Yo, what's going on, YouTube family? It's me, your boy Blood Raw IC Dipper, coming back at y'all with another quick, informative video. Remember to make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh yeah, make sure all post notifications are on so you will be alerted every time I continue to drop that Thor Ikes on my YouTube channel, baby. Let's go. As y'all can see, I love and enjoy doing walking videos, man. It just helps me clear my mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to go deeper into thought and just give y'all the real spill of this Blood Raw type of style content, man. Because you know, me casa es su casa. This is our channel. This just ain't about me. This is about us spreading information amongst each other and just learning from one another, man. Because I want y'all to know what I know so y'all can be ready, so y'all ain't got to get ready. Let's go. This video here, man, is the inflation hitting you? Do you feel the inflation right now in your home? Is your money not going as far as it used to go? Meaning you're making the same amount of money, but the money is not stretching and covering your daily necessities and everyday way of life due to inflation. Let me explain. I want to ask you a question. You watching this video. Oh yeah, go ahead and hit the like button so we can get this one here definitely in the algorithm. So let me ask you this question, my YouTube family. Is $25 to $30 an hour the new minimum wage, which is still $7.25, maybe $7.50 an hour now? Let me ask you another question. How is the minimum wage rate still $7 and some change for the last 15 to 20 years? And everything goes up every other day almost, seems like. Is society that in a big of a deep sleep that we can't even see what these people are doing to us as far as us going to work on a day-to-day basis, paying bills, buying the same necessities and things that we bought in the past, but everything is going up at a rapid rate, but we still making the same thing on these jobs? Have you stopped back and ever asked yourself, why is that? You know why that is? That's because the people refuse to stand up. That is because the people refuse to come together and unite. The powers that be only can do what we allow them to do. You got to think. You got 1% controlling the 99% of the masses, man. So if everybody wanted to just say, I ain't going to work today, I ain't paying no bills today, I ain't buying nothing today, all it would take is, I think, right at 30 million people to not buy gas for one day, not go shopping for one day, not do anything for one day, and we can flip this system. But you know what it is? That's why they have all these sales everywhere, because they know everyone is not going to get on one accord and do the same thing, when meaning we ain't paying no bills this month. But you got to ask yourself, is $25 to $30 an hour the new minimum wage? Which, in my opinion, depending on where you live, that's good money. You know what I'm saying? It's all on what you spending your money on. I have to tell people basically on a day-to-day basis, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much you got going out and what you got staying in. That's what it all factors down to. You have to cut unnecessary costs, budget yourself, and just live humbly as possible. But you know what it is? People don't want to live humble no more. They too busy trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to impress the next person that don't give a damn about them, that don't even really know them, instead of just being humble. Now, I ain't saying don't go buy yourself nice things now, because you work, you deserve whatever your heart's desires. But we have to sit down and take accountability of our own livelihoods and wonder why we are at a situation that we are in. When as far as money-wise goes, you get what I'm saying? So ask yourself, is $25 to $30 an hour the new minimum wage? Are you feeling the inflation? Can you tell that your money is not stretching and going the distance that it used to go when out here purchasing goods in society? You got to ask yourself. You got to look at it like this, man. As far as the light bill, your electricity, you got to think, have you ever noticed you can use less amount of electricity the next month and your bill is higher than the last month? Have you ever sat back and analyzed your bills with your water, which they should be giving everyone free everything, in my opinion? Your water bill, you might have was gone 2 weeks out the month on vacation. You get back to your home, your water bill is higher than it was the last month before. You see how they got everybody in a docile state, man. Let those who have eyes see clearly to what's going on out here in this 3D matrix, bro. Because we are on the hamster wheel way of life. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't thinking outside the box, trying to bring you another way to make some passive income on top of your job's income, you basically, unless you just staying at home living like a hermit, you really ain't got no real money to just spend. Do you know, just statistically, they saying the average American don't even got $500 to $1,000 emergency fund put away in case of emergency. Now, that's the system telling everyone, as far as statistics goes, that the average American ain't got $500 to $1,000 in emergency funds saved away. But you got to think now, everything's still going up now. These trade wars are by design when dealing with Donald Trump, these other nations. The trade war is by design. You got to think, it's them against us. Those that controlling all these boats, these ports, these shippings of goods, they families ain't affected. It ain't hurting them. It's hurting the average modern day citizen of each country when dealing with high in price goods, overinflated goods. You got to think how China a while back exposed everything when dealing with the matrix as far as these clothing brands, these clothing lines, basically told the whole world, if you buying these high expensive brands, you really getting ripped off in a sense. That's basically what they said, man. And like I told a lady the other day in the store, if anybody is still buying designer brands, they are crazy and has a real mental disability. And I say that with a passion because after China exposed on how they still making these brands in these sweatshops for cheap labor but putting the different tags on them, you are basically suffering from mental illness if you're still going out buying these high-ass designer brands. You are suffering from a mental illness if you are standing in line waiting to buy Jordans and Nintendo games for hours waiting on the store to open. That is a form of mental illness. You are living in a docile state. You suffer from cognitive dissonance. I just had to say that, man, because you got to wake up, man. You must wake up, because if not, soon you're going to be paying $20 for a loaf of bread soon. Soon you're going to be paying $20 for a gallon of gas soon. Soon you're going to be paying $20 for a quart of oil soon. We must stand up and unite, man. But the powers that be, they know the people ain't willing to unite, man, to go against the system, man. You got to think about everything. Since you was born, everything you know and was given and taught to you was taught to you by somebody else. Everything you know was taught to you by somebody else, meaning your parents taught you, their parents taught them, their parents taught them. This is an indoctrinated, capitalistic way of living right here, definitely in America. That's why I say, man, they love to show you these other countries talking about they poor, it's bad. No, they only showing you the bad parts, man, because they don't want you to go to these countries and live at a lower rate and you see your money stretched. Let me tell you something, man. Some of these countries you can take $10,000 to $20,000 in and go live for the next 5 to 10 years easily. Take $50,000 and you can live for 10 to 15, 20 years. Nice too, and I ain't talking about it nothing raggedy. Excuse me, that's a record pulling up. But anyway, you can take a lot of your money and go to the other country and live for 10 to 20 years. $100,000 in some of these countries, you can live for the next 30 to 40 years comfortably. Go over there and find your little job. You ain't seen the TikToks people doing over there in Thailand, all these other nations, how they paying $300 to $600 a year for rent, $10 for electricity, $20 for internet, 3 and 4 and 5 bedroom houses for $200 and $300 a month, bro. This is facts, man. But now they want to show you all the bad parts of these countries, so you don't want to go over there. Let me tell you something. You better wake up, man. We gotta now start cutting costs, man. Yeah, still enjoy life, take your little trips, but at the end of the day, if you ain't even got 90 days supply of food and water stashed away in your home somewhere in the closet, you already behind the 8 ball. You are slipping and slacking, because y'all saw how when they shut the power out, when the power went out during Hurricane Helene, who all was in the affected areas, you see how long y'all was out of power? Everybody scrambling around trying to get gas. Me, I really wasn't worried about no gas. As long as I had food and water and solar panel lights, I was Gucci. You get what I'm saying? So Is $25 to $30 the new minimum wage, man? Has inflation hit the United States just that bad that you got two income households barely making the ends meet? Ask yourself, man, what do you think is really going on? What is the agenda at hand on why the minimum wage rate is still $7.50 and everything is steady going up due to inflation? Let me give you the quick story time what one of my insurance companies told me a few months ago. I was with Progressive. I ain't giving them no promotion. This is not promotional for promotional use, but I was with Progressive. Don't you know they sent me a bill, added an extra $250 onto my bill. Now keep in mind I haven't been in no accidents, got no traffic violation. So I go up to the office. I say, why did my bill increase $250 more? Guess what their excuse was? And they replied, everything's going up. So I was like, it must be due to inflation, I walked out of their office and canceled my goddamn policy with them, man. But I ain't gonna make this video much longer, man. Tell me your thoughts down in the comment section about the inflation. Is your money stretched thin, man? I'm talking about you working 70, 80 hours a week, but still seem like that paycheck ain't getting you nowhere, man. You got to pinch pennies just in order for you to enjoy your little weekend. And I say that, and I quote that, weekend. You ain't hardly got no money to go do nothing with, man. Tell me your thoughts down in the comment section, man. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't already subscribed, and I appreciate all the support, man. I definitely like to know, are you feeling this inflation? Is this inflation hitting your pocket? Tell me your thoughts down in the comment section, man. It been your boy Blood Ron. Till next time, I'm out.